Right, the day has completely changed due to something that we didn't account for. That's the most important things. Stop worrying about what's happened before. Start worrying about what's about to happen. My legs are hurting, my head is hurting, I can't be asked. Kind of just want to lay down and die. This morning, we are starting with a bit of a miserable morning, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Look at this. This is what's outside. But that doesn't change what we're doing, because we're going to print out some drawings, get them all ready, and print them out for the workshop, because today we're cracking on with some more jobs. Let's do it. Start the week off, guys. This is what we're making for the start of the week. As you guys can see, it's a little bit slanted, shall we say. And I'm just going to pull out the angles, stick them on the drawing so we can print that out, have that all ready. The materials are coming in first thing this morning. And yeah, let's see what we got, because when this is a 50/50 box frame, and we need to have all the angles correct so we can get this frame with that slant. But yeah, let's get this drawing done. So we have all of our dimensions on here. Angles, true lengths, everything is on here. So when we get in there this morning, we know what to crack the hell on with. Good morning. It is Monday, the start of another week, which means the start of another NS Weekly. Well, NS Diary. This week we have got quite a bit on, as you'll see in a second. I've already printed out the drawings. But yeah, so the start of another week, and let's start this week off honestly, because I've got something on my mind, and if this is going to be my journal, this is going to be my outlet for stuff. So let me be honest with you guys really quick. In the end of my last episode, I sort of mentioned how there's no weekends, there's no time off and stuff like that. And if you're running a small thing like me, if you're running a little business here, then you definitely feel what I'm feeling today morning. Because if you have had one weekend or one day or anything like that where you were less productive than what you were meant to be. So if you're less productive than what you wanted to achieve, then the next day comes and you're sort of feeling like, I didn't do what I wanted to do. I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve today. And it feels a bit weird. And the one thing that you really want to do is beat yourself up. Like, beat yourself up about it non-stop. However, you cannot do this, because I've just had a weekend where I wasn't as productive as I wanted to be. I didn't do what I wanted to do. However, I cannot let that run into my today, basically, because today is a new day and it's a new opportunity for me to do what I want to do. So what needs to happen now is there needs to be no beating yourself up, no beating myself up about what's happened. As long as I didn't kill nobody or I didn't do something completely stupid, like close the company down over the weekend or something stupid like that, then I have the opportunity to make up for the weekend by doing what I need to do today. So what we're doing today is we have already got our drawings printed, which are right here. Drawings are already printed, as you can see. So we're heading into the workshop to receive the materials and make a big start on the job, you know. So we've got to make sure that today we crash it out. We've got for this week, we've got two gates. So this set of gates, which is 2 leaves, and we've got another gate which is a single leaf. They should be easy enough for me to do both of them in 1 week. What's going on, man? They should be easy enough for me to be able to do both of them in 1 week. However, on one of them we do have to be careful as the angles are running. So we've got to make sure that we're cutting the correct angles so we can cap everything off properly. And so, let's get to the workshop, if we will make it at all with this traffic that's right ahead of us. Let's get to the workshop and see what we can do. Let's do it, guys. All right, would you look at that? Monday morning, hasn't even been 2 hours yet and we've already got problems. Love the start of the week, guys. Love the start of the week. So, what problems have we got? Turns out that my great delivery guy, Dave, is unfortunately still on holiday. And I had believed that he would not be on holiday. So, what's happened? We have a brilliant set of gates at the galvanizers, which you guys saw us building last week and the week before. We do not have a way to get them from the galvanizers to the powder coaters. And we need to do that today. Lovely. So now, the first half of my day is going to be spent looking for a truck, and the second half of my day is going to be spent driving the truck. Ah, brilliant. And it's not anything to do with Dave. It's unfortunately my fault because I should have double checked. I sort of mentioned it briefly last week and I didn't realise he was still going to be on holiday. But yeah, it's just a bit of a miscommunication on my part. So now I've got to, let's speak to Penny, let's speak to AP, see if he's got a spare truck that we could either borrow or he could do a job for us. Because unfortunately they just do not fit in the van. They're just slightly too big to fit into the van. So we need to go and see what we can do. So we're going to get to the workshop and speak to the people there and see if anybody can give us a hand with a vehicle or somebody driving. Let's do that. Michael, good morning, sir.
How you doing, mate?
How are you?
Good, mate.
I got something to ask you.
Go
Is that recovery truck out there yours?
on. What one?
The one at the front, the empty one.
It is.
Is it working?
Ish.
Fuck. I've got a delivery to pick up today, and it was supposed to be done by Dave, but he's on fucking holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps chucking on engine like I've not had time to get it in yet.
And I'm guessing the other one's Penny.
Yeah.
And he's fucking full. Anyway, as you've probably heard, Mike can't help us. And I've just spoke to the galvanized company, and it looks like the parts are going to be ready soon. But we haven't got a truck. What the hell do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We got to figure something out. And we got to figure it out quick. It looks like the unfortunate reality is starting to hit me. That maybe I am going to need a tipper flatbed, something like that. Just doesn't look like I can manage just with the van. Oh, it's a fucking shame. I guess it just is what it is, isn't it? It's one of them ones. You just have to work with what you have until you've got the money to buy what you need and then repair the fuck out of what you need because they break all the time. Bit of a fucking shame, but it is what it is. Right, I'm gonna make a quick cup of coffee and make a start on this, and then I'm gonna have to think what the hell am I gonna do, because I need to find some way of delivering those bits. Penny can't do it either, so we're a bit stuck. We're a bit stuck right now. Still waiting on materials, so there's not... Saying that, somebody's just pulled outside. Let's go get them. As you can see, lifting equipment is a luxury out here. So we're handballing pretty much everything off. But materials delivered. There's our posts. There's our gates.
Nice.
Let's get them started. Let's get them made up. Where's our drawings? Drawings. They're in here. This is what we're making first. Whew, okay, let's do it. So, let's make a start, guys. We should start by making our outer frame. 1750 by 2851 should be our cuts. Presume you can see my light flickering, little bastard. But yes, so we've got the angles. We've got what the angle should be, 43 and 47 right there on the cuts. So we can get that done. Let's start cutting. We'll start by cutting our long lengths of box, start by cutting those and at the same time making caps for our legs. Some thick ass box section, heavy things. But yeah, let's get going with that. Right, we've got the outer frame cutting. The posts are all welded up. Sam's job in a minute to get these all cleaned up. Ready for galvanizing. Seems like we're stealing professional struggler's name because our 43-degree angle cannot be done on this machine. And as you guys well know, this bastard is broken. So we're having to do our 43s by hand, which is not very fun, but old school way always works. Let's see how well we've done. I've already cut one. I really hope this is good. Do you know what? I'll take that. Got a slight gap over there, but you'll never see that once it's welded. I will take that. And obviously out of 47 we're able to do on the big machine. So yeah, struggle of a morning. Let's do it. Right, now that we've got those two framed up, we're about to start welding. While Sam gets all these cut for the next job that we've got on. Just need to change the angle. It's a difficult ass Monday for me, I'll tell you that much. How is it for you, Sam?
It's pretty good.
I'm still asleep. I cannot be fucked. What a weird day has been already. And it's already 5 o'clock. Sam's just shut off. We have welded and cleaned most of these. First frame is already done. Second frame is on the table. To be fair, I feel like staying. End of the day, this is my little place. And I feel like staying and crashing out some more work. So, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Get this bad boy welded up and cleaned off as well. I look tired again, as always. Right, we're heading home and the usual has happened. We're stuck in big traffic. Fuck's sake. It is currently 6:45 and they've decided to merge 3 lanes into one because they want to close the other one. For what reason, I couldn't possibly tell you. I can see the close from here, but yeah. I've been sat in here for about 10 minutes now waiting. And we're maybe halfway through. So there's still a little bit to go. Been a good day. Been a good long day. But yeah. Interesting. Good morning, people. I need to stop saying good morning. It's the same video for you guys. But anyway, Tuesday today. We have got a lot to crack on with. Unfortunately, we actually didn't hear back from the galvanizers yesterday, which was really weird. They did say it was due out for tomorrow, but we never got the call back to say that it's all done. So we need to chase up the galvanizers in a minute, make sure that our gates have been done and are ready to go to powder coating. What else? Today we have got something which unfortunately West Country Group have forgotten to pass me. So I need to go to the workshop first thing, deal with that, weld up this channel, and then start looking to go to the galvanizers and take everything over. It's putting a little bit of a spin on our week because I still want to get those 2 other gates out, or at least by the end of the weekend get them welded up and like cleaned up and everything. Like gate 1 definitely needs to be done. Like the first job, the first project will definitely need to be done before end of play this week, because that one's on the cards. Job 2 wasn't so urgent, but it still needs to get done. Like I want to crack on and get ahead of schedule, and I've got to do it. So I'm looking really scraggly. I need to message my barber so I can get myself cleaned up a little bit. But yeah, day 2 is a busy one. Let's get into the workshop. Let's see what we got going on there, and yeah, let's do it. Right, the day has completely changed due to something that we didn't account for, unfortunately. So for the last job that we did, we've got to make one of these a bit longer. So we've got to make one of these to be 4.8 and then cap the 2 ends, drill some holes in it. Yeah, basically quite a bit to do. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to prep that, get that ready, and then go. Turns out Michael will help us at the end, but we will have to empty his truck because he couldn't do that. So we're gonna go out, grab Mike's truck, empty it from the scrap at the scrapyard, and then go down. It's a bit of a faff, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, we are managing to get the job done. We did stay up a little bit extra yesterday, so we managed to get this one nice and, smooth. What's on, Sam? Very smooth. That's it. But yeah, so we are on the right track with these 2 gates. Sam's already cut some of the parts for the next gate, so we are moving in good speed. We just need to go in and get this done today. Let's do it. Looks like everything's just gone a bit sideways. Unfortunately, what looks like is going on is we've just received a call from the galvanizers saying that our parts that we're meant to be going to pick up are now not being done because there's an issue with one of the rails, and apparently he's telling me we need to change the whole little rail, which that's gonna fucking put a lovely spin on things. I've just come back to the unit. I've gone and borrowed a van, filled it up with fuel, was meant to tip it for Mike, but I haven't even tipped it. So now Mike's expecting a tipped van when he comes back, clean van. I filled it up with fuel for him, so now I'm just waiting for Paul, because they're going to come in and apparently we're going to do a bit of a change on these gates that we're currently building for them. Oh, fucking everything is going a bit fucking sideways at the moment, isn't it? What happened to today? It was meant to be a good day, and now everything seems to have gone fucking sideways. Let's see what happens. Puts a proper downer on your day, stuff like this. Hopefully we can come up with a decent solution for what's going on. But yeah, just doing a little bit of a cleanup to feel a little bit productive. We've kind of paused on everything at the moment. Actually, what I could do is I could give the suppliers a call and get some prices from them while I do that. I'll do that actually. What an absolute nightmare of a day it has turned into. Absolute nightmare. I cannot be asked. Just dropped the truck back to Mike. Obviously had a little meeting with the guys over at West Country, dealing with all the stuff because we're having some we're having an issue with the galvanizers. There's some pictures here and here of what the railing looks like, and it's an absolute pain in the ass. What they're asking us to do is take the railing back, change one of the parts, then send it back up to them, and they'll regalv it on an overnighter for us, and then we've got to take everything to the powder coaters. That's an absolute nightmare. It's fucking hitting everything behind by at least a day and a half again, because it's all the driving, all the everything, picking it up, dropping it off. The guys over at West Country, they're going to give us a hand. They'll collect it for us, because I don't know what the next drop-off date for the galvanizers is. But yeah, the folks over at West Country, they'll give us a hand. They'll collect it for us. and then we just got to figure out how to drop it back up to the galvanizers. But yeah, it's just put a spanner right in the middle of the works, which is really unfortunate. And it's just really killed my drive for today. Like, really killed it. I cannot be asked to do nothing now. And I know that I've got to go back home and I've got to do this presentation and get it all ready for tomorrow. Because tomorrow I've got to do a presentation apparently. This is where the day has gone. My legs are hurting, my head is hurting, I can't be asked to do fuck all. Kinda just want to lay down and die. But you can't, because you got to go back home and you got to do more work. So it's definitely an awkward one. But yeah, yep, it is what it is. Got to carry on. Yep, anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Well, that was fun. There was a car just in the middle of the road with their hazards on. Mate, he couldn't get himself in gear. What a pain in the back. And I thought my day was going bad. Just about to have a massive bill from the AA for pulling them out of shit. Turns out my day is maybe not so bad. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. At least I did the good thing. Hopped out of the car, pushed them into the bus stop, and did the right thing. So, there you go. There's a little bit of an upper to the day. Catch you guys tomorrow. Alright, good morning. Again, I keep saying good morning. I've forgotten this morning pretty much all of my video equipment on the way to BNI. But we're just heading out there towards BNI for the meeting. We have a presentation to give for our business, and then after that it's a day of firefighting again. It's a bit of an annoyance because it's set me back pretty much a day and a half so far from the other jobs that I've got to do. And yeah, it just doesn't feel great. And I've woken up a bit angry this morning because, you know, stuff like this, setbacks, they sort of set me back personally as well. And recently I've not been feeling very energetic, and I think it's just because personally I'm sort of sliding back in certain places, like not looking after my diet, haven't been in the gym in a little while, and those things, those personal things, they also float over into your business life as well. Currently the business is going in a really good direction, and I do not want my personal incompetencies to cause me to revert back on the business as well. I want the business to continue going well, but also I want to continue doing well personally as well. So what I need to do is get my shit together personally, because although I'm doing well in business and I'm working really hard, but if I'm not spending a few hours each day, like 2 hours each day, just focusing on my health and those important things, then the business will only rise up to where I am personally. And if me as a person, I'm down here and I want to get the business up here, it's not going to work. So what I need to do is I need to get to a good personal stage at the same time. So that's what I've got to try and do right now. Basically, I've just got to get back onto the good things that will really give me energy. And those are the 3 things. So it's diet, sleep and exercise. Those are the 3 things that I've sort of been neglecting recently. And I'm feeling the effects just after a couple of weeks of not looking after my diet and my sleep. Yeah, just a few weeks of doing that, it's just caused me to not feel great. So today morning I've sort of woke up a little bit angry, got into the cold shower, done some push-ups in the morning just to get myself a little bit elevated in mood. And now I'm heading out to BNI. It's going to be a difficult one because it's a Wednesday. Wednesdays I always find really difficult to get back into work. But basically what we've got to do is we're getting the railing back that's not been galvanized properly. We're going to cut out the section that they're telling us to cut out. We're going to cut that out and see where the blockage is, because I'm certain that there's nothing blocking it from what we've done. I guarantee it's some sort of zinc block where the zinc's just gone up into a ball in the middle of the box section, so it's not allowing the air to come out, and it's just causing a load of issues. So I'm going to fix that, hopefully deliver it back to them tonight. Let's just see how the day goes. And then I'm hoping to still get home a little bit earlier today, just because I do want to try and then maybe get into the gym and sauna in the afternoon. We'll see how that goes. That's just the idea. But yeah, Let's see what happens. Let's go over to BNI. Look at the mad spot coming out on my forehead. See? This is what happens when I eat carbs. But yeah, let's get over to BNI. There's no point worrying about what's happened. Let's make what's coming good. That's the most important thing. Stop worrying about what's happened before. Start worrying about what's about to happen. And make that the best you possibly can, basically. Let's do it. So I've just come back to the workshop. This is what we've got. This is what we've been given back from the galvanizers. Look at that. Look at what finish this is. And I'm getting told that this part is blocked. So now I don't really know. What do I do? Because we're going to be very, very behind on our dates. Do I clean this up? Get it over to the powder coaters? What do I do? I do not know. Let's get the table cleared up, get this on the table, and let's figure something out. See what we're gonna do. I think what I need to do is not waste any time in taking it back to the galvanizers, because look at this. They're saying I need to replace this bar here. But I don't think that's a good idea. I think what I need to do is I need to get this cleaned up to the best of my ability and take it down to the powder coaters. Because this is not good. And this is just gonna take us so much time and effort to try and get it back to a good standard. I don't know if they would strip it. The guys are not answering anymore. The galvanizers is not answering anymore. So I think the correct course of action here is just clean it all up to the best of my ability, get rid of all of this, get rid of all of these bits, because they could have at least stripped it before bringing it back to me. Look at that. This is how they're sending it back. Look at that. So let's get this stripped. Let's get this cleaned up properly. Get a couple of grinders on it. And I've tried banging it off, but look at that. It's just not happening. So I need to get a grinder on it, clean it all up nicely, get a what's it called? A vibro on it as well. And take it down to the powder coaters. It's an unfortunate event, this. Really unfortunate, because this is hitting our timelines really bad. But there's not really much I can do about that. So let's just see what we can do. The galvanizers are telling us that we have a blocked rail. To me, that does not look blocked. There's a piece of wire going all the way in, coming out the other side. Same thing on this long one. Piece of wire going in all the way through. I don't know what they've done, but I'm trying to grind this back down, and this will take ages. So I'm just waiting for a call back from them to figure out what the hell we're gonna do. But this is extremely stressful. My head is going sideways. I don't actually know what to do right now because my head is literally going sideways. I'm super stuck. Like, the hell do I do? Do I carry on trying to fix this at my cost? Do I wait for somebody from galvanizing to call me back to try and re-dip it one more time? They have to strip it. I don't know. This is really stressing me out. And I've got 2 other jobs to get on with right now. It's not good. It's really not good. This is really bad. Really bad. Right, we've got all this loaded up now. Up until half an hour ago, we didn't even have a van rack. But our main mic has supplied us with a van rack. So big shout out to Michael. We've got this lined up now, all on there. Just chuck him over to the powder coaters. We've got a secret project in the back there as well. So what have we done with our problem over here? What we've done is all we can do, really, because we cannot really afford to be fucking around with this too much more. We have got deliveries to get done. We've got some stuff to drop off. So we have contacted the galvanizers. We've told them that what they're saying is basically bullshit because this is clearly not blocked. We have put a piece of wire through both sides. So now we're waiting for one of the managers to come back to us, because I've spoke to the clients, I've spoke to West Country, and they're saying, yeah, it's just going to have to be one of them ones. We'll just have to get it to them for like Friday-ish sort of thing. So it's put a whole spanner in the works, but it is what it is. It's one of them things that neither us or West Country can control. It's just a bastard all around. It caused me a right fucking pain, to be honest with you guys. It's been super annoying having to deal with stuff like this from the galvanizers. But what I have done is, I'll tell you what I've done. I have had an email a couple of weeks ago only from Cardiff Galvanizers, offering to do a galvanizing and powder coating all in one go. So what I'm thinking is, if I contact them, and I have done for a quote on the next project that we're doing, if I give them a shout way before, get them to collect and to do the galvanizing and the powder coating all in one go, then maybe that will be a much more beneficial thing to do. So we're gonna give that a go, see if they're happy to do that, see what sort of prices they give us, and yeah, basically go from there. Might all the way need to go to fucking Cardiff. That's a long way away. If any problems happen, then you can't just nip up there in a van in an hour and see what's going to happen, but no. Anyway, it is what it is. It's one of them things that we've just made the decision, sat down with West Country and made the decision to see what we're going to do. And we've said, yeah, we're going to give them a try, see if they can do a good job. If they can, happy days. If they cannot, then it's one of them things that we just need to work out, need to figure out. Right, let's jump in the van, get this delivery made. I'll chat to you guys some more once I'm in the van. So, guess what my dumbass has done as well? You know my bag where I keep all of my nice fancy camera equipment? I've left that outside here somewhere, and it has completely gotten lost, which, yeah, thank God for Terry. Because if it wasn't for Terry, my GoPro, my gimbals, all of that sort of shit would have vanished. So big shout out and thank you to Just Chillin' Ice Cream. If you guys got an event, got some ice cream, in need of some ice cream, anywhere Cornwall, Devon, Just Chillin' is your people. Have found them on Facebook. Tell them Chico is very grateful. Right, crying about spilt milk will not help us out, so let's just get going, make our way to the powder coaters, and yeah, see what these guys say. I should probably give them a buzz in a minute. Yeah, have one. Been a couple of hours since I spoke to them last, so I'll give them a buzz now and give you guys an update. See what the galvanizers say. Let's see. I have just tried calling them again, and they're not answering. Getting popped through to the office, and the officer just saying, yeah, we've sent an email, we've contacted the people that need to contact you, they'll be in touch. Not giving me a number, not doing anything. That's frustrating, man. Either way, on Oakhampton we go. Let's go. You know, I've just been listening to an audio book. Lighting's good in the van right now. Look at that, lovely. But yeah, I've just been listening to an audio book while driving, and in the audio book it was saying about somebody's mantra. And I thought, you know what, this would be a good thing to get in the video. So I have a little mantra, and it's only a few words, only 3 words, but it comes from the book, The Boy, the Horse, the Mole, and the Fox. I don't know if it's in that order, but anyway, it's a really good children's book that applies more to adults than children, in my opinion. And there's a quote in that book where the child says, I don't know where to go next, it's too dark. And the horse answers, do you see your next step? The child says, yep. And the boy says, just take that one. And I think about this book and this quote in times like today, like when stuff gets really frustrating and when stuff gets hard, and I think, what do I do now? What's my next step? Like, literally, I don't know how to deal with this situation, especially when you've got multiple things happening, like you've got project A, project B, and project C, all happening at the same time. And you know, it's just me and Sam, and some of the time it's just me, and it's hard when you don't really have a team, when you're trying to achieve everything that you want to achieve. But then I think about this book and I'm thinking, right, I don't know where to go, I don't know how to fix this, but what's the one thing I can do next? Right, load up the van. Right, drive up to Oakhampton. Right, call the galvanizers. And that's just the one step that you can take to move one bit closer, one little bit closer. And by doing tiny steps that take you closer to your end goal, that's how you get there. I think that's a really important thing to think about. Right, lads at right angle have now got pretty much everything. Just that little railing left for that job, which is interesting one. And the mystery job has also been dropped off at right angle, so that will get powder coated as well. Chaps over at right angle are really good. I hope the finish on that other one is good, because we powder coated it last year and it's already just after a year it started causing problems. So let's see what these guys can do. And yeah, other than that, we are now heading back towards the workshop. 2:30. Get a bit hot. I need to find a shop. Right, shop. Where do I find a shop? Right, we're nearly back at the workshop, people. It is currently 3:30 and it is about half an hour away, so hopefully about 4 o'clock we should be back at the workshop. I'm kind of feeling a bit of a hunger again for it, so I think I'm gonna do a decent night in today. Don't hold me to that, but let's see. Half an hour away, let's see how it goes.
Wishing that I could run away with you. Imprisoned by fear, just pull me away, pull me away. Secret fantasies of me. Will they ever see the light of day, light of day? I don't know where you are, but I will find you. I will find you.
Hello people, we're back in the shop this morning. We did end up staying here last night, staying a little bit extra. I didn't really film a lot, but I've got the main bits of this all welded up. So not fully welded up, but we've got this piece in, one on the bottom, we've got the middle one, and now we need to stick one across the whole way through the middle as well. So we'll make a start on that now. Yeah, let's get it going. We've also got to figure out what the hell we're gonna do with this. We need to give the galvanizers a call because they did not get back to us yesterday, and that is annoying as hell. So let's start with that. Just spoke to the galvanizers and the manager is a bit speechless. He's like, well, I don't know what to say. I'm like, we just need a solution, mate, right now. That's all I'm worried about, is getting a solution. So he's told me, get it back up to him, bring a drill and some drill bits, and then we can try and drill some holes in different locations to see if anything else can be done. And then, yeah, we'll basically see what we can do. I'm gonna have to speak to him because this is time out of my day that I've had to pay for somebody to go up there and all that. So yeah, let's just see. I'll bring a grinder and I'll bring a drill bit. So let's just see what happens. Right, so we are driving towards Crediton, Southwest Galvanizers. We've got the railing loaded up in the back, right there. So let's get going to Southwest Galvanizers and basically see what they're gonna do. Because, so see, now the trouble becomes that we've paid for somebody to go up there, pick this up. I've spent 2 hours in the workshop fucking around with it. Now I'm about to spend 3 hours going up and down. So that's what? 3 plus 2, 5, plus 2 hours for somebody to go up there and get it. 7 hours. That's a full day that we've lost. We've paid somebody a full day wages for us to be able to basically get it back to me and then drive it back up to them. I just don't understand, mate. I don't understand what's going to happen now, because now what I need to be doing is telling them that that's a full day of workshop that you guys have wasted, which is essentially like 500-600 quid. So who's gonna pay for that now? Because I can't afford to pay for it. They're gonna need to pay for it, plus the fucking fuel that it takes you to go up there. I don't know, mate. I don't know how to fucking get this to be good. I think the solution is they're gonna have to pay for that day. I think that's the solution, because this is not only the delay, it's the payment of us having to fix this. I don't know, mate. I don't know what to do. Let's get up in there, speak to David. Hopefully they're amicable. Hopefully they want to resolve this instead of creating problems. I want something to be resolved. I don't want more problems. I want a solution. So I'll give you guys an update when I get up there. Do you know what the worst thing about having to go out somewhere early in the morning? It's that your morning is basically ruined. It's basically taken by something that you need to do, and you haven't got a chance to get on with your actual work. And I hate doing that. I hate having to go somewhere early in the morning when that's the time that I do my best work. That's the time when I can get in and do really good work at the workshop. But like today, for example, or the Wednesdays at BNI, it takes hours out of your day, and it makes you tired. It makes you mentally tired having to deal with shit like this. It's hard having to do shit like this. But then, it is what it is. You've got to do it. And especially on top of having to be stuck in traffic for hours. Like there was a crash on the M5 which took us behind. There's some sort of traffic here as we're going into Exeter for Crediton. Yeah, it's just traffic all around, man. Traffic all around, and it's just annoying having to deal with people like that. So I've just spoke to them, and yeah, just went into the office. They've obviously took it back. They're going to try and do something again. But it just does not seem like they're taking any sort of responsibility for what's happened. And it's really weird, because I can sort of understand what they're saying, but I built it, and I know what I've built. So if they're saying that it's a blockage somewhere, it can't be. There can't be a blockage if I don't know. They said they'll try it. Let's see what happens when they've tried it. Let's see if it can get sorted and at least get it over to right angle for the powder coating, and then we can then look at it further that way. But yeah, let's go from there. On the way back to the workshop, we got lots to do. Right, we're back in the workshop. It is like 1:30, and as I've previously mentioned, it's super difficult when the morning's gone to get into cutting. Sam's also made a bit of a funny mess up. So I left on the table a little explanation of what I wanted Sam to cut, and I've come back. I'm looking at this massive length, which is the last length. Like I'm expecting this length to be gone, or the offcuts over there to be gone. I walked in the workshop and I'm seeing this length. I'm like, Sam, did you finish it? It's like, yeah, of course I did. Like, smashed it and everything. And I'm like, where the fuck did he pull out the steel from? So he shows me over there on the table a stack of these bits. Look how long that is. That's supposed to be 2.7 meters. and it's about 276 mil. So Sam is now hiding in the corner, bit embarrassed with himself for making such a silly mistake. It does happen. I should have probably specified a little bit better, or should have spoke on the phone a little bit better, but these are just a few joke things that do end up happening in the workshop. The good thing is we've still got all the steel. We've still got the offcuts that we need to make it happen as well. So we're about to start cutting. And yeah, at least something's funny, you know. So let's get on with that. Right, No microphone at the moment. Headphones are dead and the microphone is gone somewhere else. But I may or may not have forgotten to film quite a bit today after I got back to the unit. But we are now shooting off and we have cut up all the pieces, completely put in one leaf of the gate, nearly completely put in second leaf of the gate as well. I do feel like I'm going to be going in there over the weekend as well, because I am actually starting to get really back into the building of things. Loving it, absolutely loving it at the moment. So I'm just going to swing in, get myself some food for dinner for tonight and go home. Got to do a little bit of work on the computer and then it's going to be a nice evening of relaxation. But yeah, so catch you guys back in a bit. Right, good morning, another day. That means we're off to the workshop again. I've been really loving making these videos, you know. I've been watching certain people on YouTube for quite a long time. I've always been sort of a YouTube head, and now doing my own little thing, even if it's for 40 people watching, I've actually really been enjoying it. And it does really record the journey as well. Again, very shaky roads here in beautiful Plymouth. But, right, let's get back to the workshop, do some more work. Right, we are at the workshop and we do have something to get on with. So, I don't know, I've just walked in and it just fucking feels awesome, you know, having your own little place like this. It's really something else. I think a lot of people who are machinists or who have their own little, like, joiners, carpenters, anybody in the trade who's got like a little place like this that they can go and it's just their own little happy place. It just feels nice, man. Just feels nice. But yeah, let's get some work going. Right, we've got our internal rails. The first one's welded on both sides. I am on fire. I feel like it could have been the 3 espressos that I've had this morning, but also I'm just non-stop at the moment. So got the GoPro is over there somewhere. Fucking, I am jittery. I'm shaking, but yeah, it's good because now I'm proper into this. So first 2 rails on. Let's weld the middle one. Weld the cross section. Starts welding it and cleaning it. Let's do it. Can't find the other bar. The hell have I done with it? 50 by 25, already pre-cut at 1550. I know I cut it, because I'm the one that cut it. What happened to it? Where did it go? What the hell, man? How can a piece of metal just vanish into thin air? I'm baffled. Let's get another one of these cuts. Like this. That. Bring that blade down. That should do. Down to 0. A whole new piece. Because I just couldn't find the other one. Fucking fallen into earth. Right, let's carry on. Right, well that's cut in. We have middle section all on. We've done our marks on here. Let's do the marks on there. Marks on the other side are done. Let's go, we're cracking on. I'm shaking. Can you tell I'm buzzed on coffee? Right, first one, all welded up. One side, all cleaned up. Guess what that is? Smooth. Now comes the fun part. It's turning it over. Ah, these are heavy. It's the one not fun part of being alone in your workshop when you don't have a crane. In the new place, definitely gonna need to install a crane. I've got a really cool, I've got an old piece of kit here that I've had for a little while. See that in there? That's a block and tackle. So the plan for the new place is to stick a rolling block and tackle. I would ideally like to make it a 2-axis, so it moves both in this direction and in this, so in this direction and in this direction. So that's what I'd like to do, but if that's possible, I do not know. So I guess for now, it's just figuring it out. Let's see. Right, for anybody wondering what type of discs or anti-spatter spray or Galvi spray we use, I fell upon a company a few years ago when they popped into the workshop saying, oh, do you guys use any of this, any of that? We can supply it. And I thought, you know what, let me give them a try. They're a little bit more expensive than the other stuff, but I found some of their discs are really good. So when it comes to, these are some of the bits that I get from them. Weld spray. This is the anti-spatter spray. Really good stuff. The zinc, the Galvi zinc, that's really good. You don't really use that too often, but in an emergency when you're literally having to do something on site, if you spray this on hot stuff, it goes in there. I'm telling you, it melts really nicely. And then their aluminium cutting discs are really good as well. So this stuff is only for aluminium. Their normal cutting discs for mild, their flappy discs are really good, and the grinders, the grinding discs, the thick bad boys. I hit a really good deal with them probably about half a year ago now, and I bought like 600 discs off of them. So these grinding discs are bang on, and that's Rika UK. I'm pretty sure if you're a fab shop or if you're a mechanic or anything like that, they've probably popped in to see you. They've also got tools and stuff like that. And once you start building a relationship with them, they can work on their prices. They can give you pretty good prices. So especially on these discs, I believe I bought 500 discs for 500 quid plus VAT. So I paid £600 for 500 discs, and that was flappy, cutting, and grinding discs. And they came out really good price. Also nearly done with this leaf, welded, cleaned up on both sides. Just got a little bit more cleanup to do with a finer disc. But I'm getting pretty hungry and my time is starting to run away from me. So let's go see if Tesco's is open, get some lunch. There's only one trouble that comes after eating lunch, that you don't want to do anything. So even though it is quite late, it's typically what time people would normally finish up. But I'm a sort of maniac that will stay. Just give me 5 minutes to just sit. That was the trouble of being so comfortable in the workshop, is that I can just stay here and it won't bother me. But yeah, sit down for another 5 minutes, let the coffee go down. Seems like the tiredness has hit me. This is all now smooth, as you know, my favorite word. But yeah, this leaf pretty much complete. The middle, I've got to smooth the middle first thing. So this leaf 1 is near enough complete. All that needs to happen now is we need to fully weld leaf 2 and put some hinges in and a cutout at the bottom and Galvi holes. And I think that job is done. Oh, excuse me. I will double check that. But poster already. What did they need me to do with this? I don't remember. Yeah, the tiredness has hit me, so I think I'm gonna pack up, go home, relax for a bit. Let's call it a day. Sit down and have our weekly lesson and put a better microphone in for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for being with me for another week. For those of you watching, all 47 of you, I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, another week has been a good week. Loads of good stuff has happened again. You know, it's a consistent work towards better. I think that's the only way I can explain it, and that's why we're ending this week's. Well, that's why this week's lesson is going to be consistency. And consistency is something that I've actually struggled a lot over the past few years. Whether it's consistency with the gym, with my personal self-improvement, with the business and what I'm doing in here, it sort of comes in waves for me. And I think that's always been a very bad thing for me because, you know, I love this place. I can come here and be here until 5:30, 6 o'clock on a Sunday, no problem at all. It's like my second, well, my primary home actually, because I spend more time in here than I actually do at home. But yeah, having a place like this, you need to be consistent with it. It's basically the only way I can explain it. With anything that you want to grow, whether it's business, whether it's your body, whether it's your personal development, everything needs consistency. It needs daily action towards your goal. And if your goal is to earn a certain amount of money in a month with something like this, then you need to be consistent. You need to be in the workshop every day. If your goal is to get a six-pack, then you need to be in the gym consistently. Even if it's not every day, you need to make a consistent routine. For me, the best time, the only time I've ever really been consistent with the gym is when I've done a shorter workouts, but every single day. So if I was to do a half an hour workout every day of the week, I would be more consistent than if I was to try and just go 3 times a week for an hour and a half. For me, it feels better. It feels more natural. So for me, it feels more natural here as well to be in here every day at 9 o'clock and then just leave whenever I feel like it. Not really whenever you feel like it, but just leave when you know it's time to leave. And when you actually know it's time to leave. If you've got work to get on with, then fucking crack on with it, because the work ain't gonna get done by itself. Especially if you're like me. If you're anything like me and you're working in a small workshop by yourself, or you've only got a couple of people and you're still on the tools, the work needs to get done either way. So there's no point of you waiting about for it. So get in there, crash it out, and stay consistent. It's the daily quotes, it's the daily welding, it's the daily push that actually moves the needle. Even if it's 1% every day, by the end of the year, it turns into big percentages. So that's the lesson for this week that I've learned. It's consistent action over a long period of time is what makes a difference. It's not getting in here and working 24 hours to get one gate out. It's getting in here every single day, doing 10 hours to 12 hours every single day to then progress. And yeah, so that's the ending lesson for this video. Thank you guys for being with me for another week, as I said. Thanks to everybody for watching. Hopefully this is a good series for you guys, because I've really thought about it and I'm really enjoying making these videos. You know, I've finally found my little thing that I love doing for myself. You know, it's brilliant. It is brilliant. You know, that childhood dream of being a YouTuber is finally coming to fruition, even if it's for something like this. And I'm loving making these videos. I'm loving recording my progress. I'm loving chatting to the camera about some random stuff and being able to just let it free flow. So it's really fun. And to those of you who are watching, thank you again. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Chico out.